Hey you guys, I'm back from Kentucky. Welcome to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. If you're new here, welcome. I think you'll really enjoy what we do. If you see a live button up here right now, you're catching me live. If you don't see that if you don't see that red live button right above my head, right here, then you are catching the replay for this video. Please put exclamation point replay in the comments if you are catching the replay, okay? Now in just a second, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. I do this every single time that I go live. If you type in this keyword, you're going to get a message directly from me that is going to give you a list of supplies for all the things that we're using tonight so you can recreate this project yourself, okay? The supply list for tonight, you guys, the keyword is s'more, S-M-O-R-E, because I know you guys love s'mores as much as I do. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, Mindy. Hi, Leanne. So you guys bear with me a second as I am just getting back in the swing of things, and I don't know how I did what I did or how I do what I do anymore because my mind's just not here at the moment. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Dottie. And I'm always going to keep checking this part right here to see if this is working for me or not. Hopefully it is, but we shall see, because Nancy says she's got her comments back. I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. But I do not. Hi, Susan. Hi, Brenda. Or maybe I just got to scroll up. Is that what I do? I don't know, you guys. It's still not giving me all my comments the way that I want it to. So let's go down for newest comment, and then it just shows my comment. What if I delete my comment? Oh my goodness, they go so fast here. Okay, I'm going to go back to the other way because I like the other way better. Y'all, hang out with me for a second. Setting up all this Facebook stuff can be really, really challenging. Really challenging. Oh my gosh. Hi, Brenda. Hello, Tammy. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Deb. Hi, Holly. Hello, everybody. I'm almost there. Oh my gosh, let me push the button. Hi, Wendy. How is everybody today? Why is it not letting me push the button? What? Okay, you guys, I'm going to keep going on here. Hi, Dottie. Hello, Frankie. Thank you, everybody, for coming back in here with me tonight. This is just craziness. I'm just trying to get my comments pulled up so I can see all of you guys, and now it won't let me push the button. Click to expand. Click to expand. Can I see them here? No, I can't. Oh my goodness, raining here all day and so cold, girl. I get it. I've been cold too. Hi, Sandy. Thank you so much. Y'all, I do not know what is going on with all of this stuff, but now I can't get my comments the other way either. Hi, Annette. Hello, Carolyn. Oh my goodness, and I can't squint at my phone the entire night. Oh, Facebook. Oh, Facebook. Be nicer to me right now. It's not letting me click the button. All right, we're going to try it from here. Hi, Pam. Looks like you ladies we had such a good time at camp, and I have got some stories to tell. Hi, Callie. Oh, my word. Y'all, we might not have very many comments tonight. Hi, Betty Jo. I'm going to try right here. Hi, Tammy. S'mores. S-M-O-R-E. I didn't put the hyphenation in there, or the apostrophe. So just S-M-O-R-E for that. I'm going to try to just go with the comments as they're coming up right here, and hopefully that's going to work for me. But y'all, it's not letting me get them how I normally get them once again. Hi, Carol. How's your trip with the hubby right now? All right, you guys, so here's what we're going to do. When we were at Camp Chalk, one of the things that we got to do was we got to see some of the new products that we're launching, okay? We do have a launch coming up for you guys on the 9th of July, Okay, hi Christine. Hello Betty Joe. Hi Joanne. Hi Connie. The 9th of July is going to be our next big launch, and it is going to be our autumn launch. So I'm telling you guys that now so you can prepare for this. Hi Christine. And so with this launch, we do get a designer preview for this. So what this means is that if you are a designer, you have the ability to order these early so that you have them in your hands to show before they're available to customers. Now, I love when they do this because it does allow me to do this thing called mystery bundles. And I know some of you guys really, really, really love the mystery bundles. I'm going to try to get those prepared for tomorrow for you guys. But another thing that we did while we were there, though, was that we got to do make and takes with some of this new stuff. This new stuff that's coming out. And demonstrations, and we got to do these. So one of the transfers that we've got coming up for you guys is this amazing, it's Toasty Marshmallows. Toasty Original Marshmallows, family owned since 1952. The best choice for baking, topping, eating, and toasting right there. So stinking cute. And hi, Emily. Yes, there you go. Now that I've given you guys a little bit of information. So while we were there, Miss Brenda Durant kind of instructed us on how to make this cute little tin here and some fake marshmallows using air dry clay and brown puffy paint. And so this turned out super, super cute. But when we did this project, I was inspired and I really wanted to come back and I wanted to make the s'mores round with you guys. So that's what we're going to do tonight. If you guys don't know which one I'm talking about, it is this one. It's available already. It is called The S'more the Merrier. And I just love this transfer. And now I'm going to have something like a set to go together. So if you guys are looking forward to a set like this, then that'll be perfect for some of your autumn workshops and things. Because everybody likes s'mores when it's like September and it's starting to get a little chillier outside at night. You see, you sit by that warm bonfire and you just love feeding the kids those toasty marshmallows with some chocolate and graham crackers. So here we go. You love the fall stuff. Me too, and I cannot wait for our fall collection. So before we get started with this though, who wants to see more? Who wants to see the other transfers that we got to take a look at early, that we were able to see early? Do you guys want to see that? Hi Julie, hi Sally. It was so much fun, you guys. It was so much fun. Let me see some hearts fly in here if you guys want to see the other transfers that we got at Camp Chalk. I'll show you. I will show you. I see some hearts coming up now. All right, you guys, let me show you the other ones that we got. Give you guys a little bit of sneak preview of this big launch coming up July 9th, okay? Here we go. So I showed you already the toasty marshmallows. Then we've also got this one coming up. It's called Autumn Greetings, you guys. Happy fall, y'all. Hello, pumpkin. Gobble till you wobble. Boo to you. You are a blessing. Let's get cozy, and happy Thanksgiving is coming up. That's one of them. And then we've got, we've got a couple of B-sides that I was able to get a sneak peek of. This one is called Etched Leaves. Very pretty, the etched leaves. And then we've also got a Halloween one, you guys. Hey Boo, sugar me up. And you've got your penguin, oh my gosh, you guys, your pumpkin, your ghost, your cat, and your witch's hat on here. Fall comes out July 9th. July 9th. And then last but not least, this was the other one that we got a preview of, or a preview for. And this is the one that says Gather Here. And then if you look down at the pattern, it's like a knit sweater pattern. That's really, really, or a crocheted pattern. Really, really pretty, you guys. So those are all the ones that I got a sneak peek of while I was at Camp Chalk. There are several more to come other than that. They're going to be showing us the full line starting tomorrow. So there it is, y'all. There it is. You guys are going to have a chance to get prepared for this one. I love the leaves too. Hi, Janice. Hi, Wendy. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this project here. We're going to do the rustic round with this transfer. You could also use the tray, if you like the tray. We're going to actually turn this rustic round the same color as the tray tonight, though. Aren't they cute? I love once we get into the fall season and start decorating the house for fall. Even though I don't like the weather in the fall, and I much prefer the summer. I like the fall decorations the best. Yes! Perfect for snowman hats. Yes! All right, so this is our rustic round, you guys. It is I think it's a 16-inch round surface. And it's fairly thick, you guys. These are really, really good door hanger rounds. They're pretty darn thick. They're heavy. They're durable. Really, really great for a door round. And they just restocked. So for those of you guys who have been wondering when you'll be able to get these again, they are back. Hi, Tori. Hello, Lori. Love them all. Got me a surgery outpatient lumpectomy will be July 8th. Oh, that's the date. Right? That's the day of the launch. Did I say this 8th or the 9th? Now I'm confused. Well, good. I'm so glad that you're going to get that taken care of then. So glad for you. Hi, Joni. All right, you guys, we're just going to open this up and we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint this tonight. But we're going to do that, that whitewash that we've done before in the past. And so I'm going to go ahead and get out a color tray and a stir stick, you guys. And we're going to add some Waverly white chalk paint to this tray. Why do I always struggle? Yo, I did that. And you know what? You guys, when we were at Camp Chalk, we were asked if we would do a lip sync like competition, a lip sync show for everybody. And I am horrible with music. Horrible with music. Not that I don't know the lyrics of songs. And you guys tell me if you're the same way. I can sit there and I can listen to the radio and I can sing along to most every song that comes on the radio. And by golly, I probably know 80% of the words to almost every song on the radio. However, I don't know who sang it, and I don't know the title of the song. So when asked to pick a song for a lip sync, I don't know. And I can't remember any songs. You guys the same way, or are you guys like the really good, like, I know that that's Journey, and I know that that's, I don't know, I know that that's the Beach Boys, because that's what I did, you guys. I know that that's so-and-so, I know that that's so-and-so, and I know the name of the song. Or are you just like me, where you can sing the song and have no idea what the title is, and what who sang it, or the band. Finally got some patriotic shocking inking and heat. Yay, Pam! Because that's totally me, y'all. All right, so we've got some water here added to some white Waverly. You're so the same. Sounds like me. Don't ask me the title and the band. But you can belt it out, right? That's me all day long. All day long. We did do Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. But I wouldn't have known that was Cyndi Lauper. And I could not think of anything for the life of me. I couldn't think of anything. And Michelle's like, Michelle's the CEO, by the way. If you haven't seen the video yet in the VIP page, go there and check it out. It is there's a video of me lip syncing with our CEO, Michelle, who is she's a hoot, you guys. She is a riot. She's so much fun to hang out with. She is an amazing person, a great human being, you guys. It was so much fun. S-M-O-R-E. S'more. Sheila, type s'more. You got snore in there, which is probably what John's going to be doing in the next 10 minutes. But if you want the supply list, type in s'more. Thank you, Mary. So you guys, I just knock that bottle. All right, we're just going to paint this with some watered down Waverly, you guys. Nothing fancy. But I'm going with the grain of the wood, okay? And once I've got this, and we're just kind of sloppy, messy painting. Once I've got this painted, we're going to go back over this real quick with a baby wipe and just wipe down some of this and even out some of this paint. And actually, I think I'm going to do it kind of as I go. So as I was knocking that bottle against the table, I just thought of another good lip sync song for me. But I still don't know who. Maybe you guys can help me out with the name of who actually sings this one. You guys know that song that goes, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want. You guys know that? Who sings that one? I could probably do that one too. Twice on the putt, if the answer is no. Oh my goodness. For the next year, I'm going to be writing down like every single song. Oh wow, that Tony Orlando and Dawn. Okay, that did not. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, that took off way too much of the Waverly. Way too much. So I think we're going to do this again, only we're going to just let it go. Watered down Waverly. And then we're just going to let it dry. Maybe go over it with a paper towel instead of the wet wipe. Okay, I will not remember that, so I'm going to have to write that down after this video. But you guys know the song. Those are the kind. That's my kind of music, y'all. That's my kind of music. I like the oldies. I like the old rock. I like Journey. I like Chicago. I like all of that kind of stuff. And now for the next year, I'm going to be writing down every possible lip sync song that I can do. And then next year, when we go to Camp Chalk, they probably won't have a lip sync competition again. Because that's how it goes. I'll be so prepared for a lip sync competition, and then they won't have one. And then Carol did amazing too. She did Mr. Postman. So you guys, what is your favorite kind of music? Because that for sure is mine. That for sure is mine, that kind of stuff. I like those old classic music. And you guys, since it's Father's Day, do you guys mind if I tell you a story about my dad? Love the 80s. Me too. Used to roller skate to knock 3 times. I love it. I love it. I ended up doing Kokomo by the Beach Boys because I knew almost every word to Kokomo. I used to love the Beach Boys. I loved all their music. I thought that it was amazing. I still think that it's amazing. You can't go wrong with the Beach Boys. All about the oldies. Carol likes Christian music. You like classic rock. Me too. Eagles, CCR. Yes. Yes. All right, so it is Father's Day. You guys, if you know me, then you know my dad was my world. In so many ways, he was my best friend. I miss him dearly. He passed away a little over 12 years ago. And I had the best dad ever. And I've said that before so many times on here. Miss my dad so much. So, when I was... Oh, you guys, I don't know. My dad had this eye disease. I'm going to go with paper towel now, and I'm going to see if I can wipe this and see. Oh, yes, that's what I want to do. Just to wipe off the wetness of it and get this, like whitewashed where you can still see the wood grain. I like that a lot. Got you into Barry White. Oh, yeah, you know, like the songs that you grew up with are considered oldies. Yeah, well, the songs that I grew up with are now considered oldies. Oh, it's crazy. So, my dad had this eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa. Fortunately, I did not inherit this disease, though it is hereditary. And, he was losing his eyesight, big time losing his eyesight. And one year for his birthday, I took him to, there's a place not far from me called Clio, and they have an outside amphitheater. And Grand Funk Railroad had a concert at the amphitheater, and the prices were cheap enough that I could afford 2 tickets, one to take my, for me and my dad to go and see Grand Funk Railroad in concert. If you guys are not sure or are not familiar with Grand Funk Railroad, the locomotion is Grand Funk Railroad, okay? So many different things. I love Grand Funk Railroad. My dad just, they were Flint band, you guys, which is where I'm from. And my dad grew up, Grand Funk Railroad was like the at home, like the hometown band, right? All right, I gotta dry this. I like how it looks now. We're gonna dry this up. It was like the hometown band. And so I took my dad to see Grand Funk Railroad, and I will never forget sitting in that amphitheater and my dad either lip syncing or belting out the words to every single song. Oh, thanks, Crystal. Yeah, you got to see me dance on stage. Belting out the words to every single song, and to my surprise, I knew every word to every song too, even though I didn't know that Grand Funk Railroad sang that. And I kept looking at my dad and I kept going, I didn't know that was them. I didn't know that they sang this one. REO Speedway is your era. So we had a blast seeing Grand Funk Railroad. Okay, it was so much fun. Everybody was doing the locomotion. Yes, there was a train doing the locomotion at that event, and my dad was like first in line for this train. He started it. Hi Donna, welcome. It was so much fun. You guys, my dad's birthday was like, his birthday was July 21st. My birthday is August 25th. So, in return for my birthday, my dad got me concert tickets, you guys. And he got concert tickets for me to see Rascal Flatts. At the time, that was my favorite. Rascal Flatts. I still love Rascal Flatts. I adore Rascal Flatts. I love their music. And just as people themselves, they are a fantastic group of men. Love the Rascal Flatts. But my dad didn't just get us tickets to see the Rascal Flatts, you guys. He got us like still in the stands, but front row. And he paid really good money for these seats. Okay, I'm talking like $300 each for these seats to see Rascal Flatts. And he looked at me right then when I was just kind of awestruck at these seats that we had. And he said to me, I wanted to get us good seats because there's a very good chance this will be my last concert ever. Because he knew how bad his eyesight was going. Okay? Yes, Rascal Flatts is amazing. I still adore them. Even to this day, I still adore them. And so he was right. It was his very last concert that we ever went to. Hi, Karen. And you guys, your birthday's August 22nd. Awesome! You guys, we're going to take some surface wax now that this is dry, and we're going to put some surface wax on here. I love telling stories, y'all. So we get there, we're in our seats. We can see the stage very well. And to our surprise, you guys, about a third of the way through their concert, you saw them on stage in Sioux Falls before they were big. Russ had them sign your CD. You Love Alabama and George Strait. Also very good. So to our surprise, as we're sitting there in our seats, all of a sudden, from the sky in that arena, and I think we were at the, I think it was at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. From the sky dropped down this platform right in the middle of the stadium and a catwalk to go from the stage to the platform. And you guys, we were front row right in front of the platform. Neither myself or my dad expected that we were going to be so close to the stage that we could almost touch their shoes. It was that close. And so my dad could see just fine to see the band, you guys. And we both just belted out all the music. We had so much fun together. And it's memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Yeah, like he one-upped me for birthday presents. And I still have pictures of that and how close we were to them. And it was just absolutely amazing. Your mom would have been 88 today. Well, happy heavenly birthday to your mama, Christine. Oh. So, you guys, there we go. There's a dad story for you. There's a story about my daddy. He was the best dad. And I enjoyed every minute. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing. Your son got married yesterday. Well, awesome. You love me too. It was. I have so many great memories with my dad. All right, we got that surface wax on there. Now we're going to buff that right on there. I like how this whitewashed brown looks. I think it's going to be perfect for what we're doing. Garth Brooks is another one of your favorites. We were talking about Garth Brooks when we were at the Camp Chalk this weekend, you guys. Dating myself here, but you go to see George Jones, Marty Robbins, and the Charlie Daniels Band in concert. Rosie, and I don't know who any of them are. Give me a song. Give me like a verse of a song. Oh my goodness. Give me the chorus line, and then I might know who it is. Because that's how bad I am. That's how bad I am. I need the chorus line. Oh, man. I need to, you know what? Oh, you guys. Oh, I got to put the connecting piece together. Oh, whoa. Y'all, some dots just connected in my head, okay? Some dots just connected in my head. So let me tell you guys another little story about another dad in my life, okay? The other dad in my life that is currently laying in bed, the next room over, okay? My wonderful John. The devil went down to Georgia. Yes, okay. I know that song very, very well. That I know. All right, we're just taking this off of here. I'm laying down both of my fuzzing cloths just to make that easier for me there. Okay, so you guys, this man right across here, he did have the opportunity to meet my dad. They knew each other for 3 years before my dad passed, and they became best friends in a very, very, very short period of time. My dad and John, my dad was like a father to John. John was like a son to my dad. They hit it off immediately. And when John and I first met, our first date wasn't until 2 months after we met. Right? That seems crazy, right? It was 2 months after we met because John had planned something special for me. And so anything that we did before that special thing that he had planned for me, he would call an outing. This isn't a date, this is an outing. Nope, this is not a date, this is just an outing. This is not a date, this is just an outing. Our first date is going to be in August. You guys, and we've been together like June 9th was the actual day that we got together. So everything prior to that day in August was an outing, and nothing could be called a date before that day. And I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, this is really weird, dude. You're really weird. Like, what is so special? Why can't I call this a date? I had no idea he had something planned for later on. So then that date come in August, and he blindfolded me as we drove, and then he took the back way in to, I think it's called Pine Knob now, or maybe that was what it was back then, but it's another concert place, and this other dad in my life, our very first official date was that he surprised me with a Rascal Flatts concert. And that was, you guys, that was extra special. Extra special. So both of the most amazing men I've ever known in my life have treated me to a Rascal Flatts concert. And you guys, I don't know if he got that idea from my dad, or if he just knew that was my favorite band, but he did that for me. Our first official date was a Rascal Flatts concert. All right, I'm just lining this up at the bottom here, and where all of those line up. All right, you guys, so we just put our transfer down on here. We're going to smooth this out and get all of those air bubbles, just like so. George Jones, he stopped loving her. I know that song too. El Paso. See, that's before my time, Roseanne, because I wasn't born until 84. So you guys, like, full cycle, right? Yeah. That's how that happened for me. All right, so we've got this on here. We've got it to where you can see the entire design that's going to be pressed down onto this surface, and it fits on here absolutely perfectly. We did have an awesome time, Linda. We sure did. We sure did. We're talking about dads tonight, though. I'll probably talk more about my my trip a little bit today, maybe more tomorrow. But it's Father's Day. You guys, tell me a story about your dads. Was your dad a special guy like mine was? All right, so when we do this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start, first of all, just with bright white, okay? Call me crazy for this, but this is what we're going to do. And the only thing that we're starting with here is just that s'more at the top, because we're going to need to color this in, okay? And I'm going to do just the s'more at the top, you guys. Your first concert with Boyd was Neil Diamond. You guys, if you and your hubby have ever been to a concert, or if you ever went to a concert with your father, let me know what concert you guys went to. I want to know who you went to see. Thank you, Pam. So we're just going to start off by doing just the s'more right up here at the top. And once we get this all squeegeed on here, just in bright white, y'all, just in bright white, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up this entire transfer, okay? Your dad was special too. You love Neil Diamond. Didn't get to know your dad. He died when you were 7. Oh, I'm so sorry. Your first concert was Waylon Jennings. Your stepdad raised me. My dad is 90 and is amazing. Sits with my mom every day in the nursing home for 67 hours. Takes care of her. It's so beautiful to watch. Oh, I love that for you. That they're still in love after all these years. Your dad took you to see Sonny and Cher. Oh, I bet that was an amazing concert too. Oh my goodness. Honey took you to see Kenny Chesney, Herman and the Hermit, Alabama. First concert was Bryan Adams. Love that. Eagles and the Beach Boys with your dad. Oh, Christine! Did you watch My lip sync, I did Beach Boys. Hubby and I went on our first concert only 10 years ago, and it was Rick Springfield. You've been together for 36 years. Tell me that wasn't your last concert. In August, there, try and find so it won't hurt and maybe not fall. Oh, so many concerts with your husband. Elvis. Your father was an Elvis impersonator? Oh, that would have been awesome. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and color this in. And I've got a couple of colors that we're going to color this in with. We're going to start off with camel. And we're going to do that for the graham cracker up here. And then the graham cracker down here. And then we're going to do white for this marshmallow right there in the right there where the marshmallow's at, okay? First concert was the Monkees. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. Quit Black. Elvis is a very distant... Really? Ah, my drawer got stuck. All right, we're going to get some paintbrushes out here. We're just going to paint this in. This is the only part of this transfer that I feel needs to be painted. Tim McGraw in Atlanta. Hank Jr. in Nashville. Lee Greenwood. Oh, that would have been an awesome, awesome concert. Kool and the Gang. Sean Cassidy. Oh, my goodness. I love me some Lee Greenwood. Love, love, love some Lee Greenwood. All right, you guys, just painting this in. This is camel. I'm using a paintbrush and a little bit of distilled water just to water this down slightly. Oh, hopefully it does because I surface waxed it, y'all. Mother-in-law got a pic with Elvis before he was famous. My first concert was the Bay City Rollers. Are they like from Bay City, like Michigan, Bay City? You guys, I shouldn't have waxed that, I don't think, because look, now this isn't sticking like I want it to. It's okay though. I didn't think about that. When you add water to our paste and you've got wax on here, wax and water don't mix. And so it doesn't always paint the greatest. Girl, what? Concert held by QC Orchestra, and they did songs from top bands each year. We saw them perform. Ooh. See, I already did a boo-boo, you guys, by adding surface wax to this, and I shouldn't have done that. It's okay. Just take your time with it, and you'll be able to get it to fill in the color. But at first, it's going to want to separate a little bit. I wish you were here. I don't know that I know that one. Or are you saying that you wish I was there? Andy Gibbs, Three Dog Night. Now I know the name. I know that name, but I don't know what they sang. Once again, that was my dad's music, and my dad belted music like all the time. He was a music guy through and through. He loved music. He wanted to actually open up his own business. Setting up sound systems for people. Hootie and the Blowfish. Oh, Neil Diamond. He wanted to open up his own business setting up sound systems for people in their homes. So that they had like better, I don't know, so that so that their music sounded like superb, you guys. But he passed away before he had a chance to do that. And he was going to name his business Artigy. A-R-D-I-G-Y. Artigy. Because those were his initials. R-D-G, guys. And so I have done so many things with the, with Artigy. Just to keep that alive for my dad. Beach Boys. Russ and I went to John Michael Montgomery. He sings lots. I see Bon Jovi. Okay. All right, so we've got that camel done for for the graham cracker. I'm going to go ahead and just dry this real quick before I do the white that's going to be for the marshmallow. Meatloaf did great concert. Reba in 1990. Oh, Carol, how was that? How was Reba? Because I would imagine seeing Reba McEntire would have been amazing. She's another legend. John Denver. I feel like I need to take my kids to a concert now, you guys. We have never, I don't think the kids have, they haven't. We've never taken the kids to a concert. I also don't think that they would appreciate any music from anybody who's actually real. Because they like YouTuber music. For some reason, that's their jam. Lionel Richie and the Pointer Sisters, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton together? Y'all, I'm missing some comments, and I apologize if I missed your comment. I'm still trying to craft at the same time. And now my computer just did that thing where it goes to my bubble screen. All right, you guys, we've got a white marshmallow, and we have a camel graham. Oh no, they didn't pull her off. Crystal Gale, Tina Turner, and Pink. Oh, I'd love to see Pink. Kenny Rogers. Oh, yes. I know that song. All right, you guys, we've got this all painted now. This is the part where I really want this marshmallow to really stand out, okay? And I want it to actually look like a s'more. So this is where we're starting at. We're painting this guy in. And this is what it looks like so far, okay? Now the magic is going to come when we get that next color on there, okay? So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to surface wax up this part again. Fair concerts to take the kids to. What about the candy bar? See, my kids would want to see, like, CG5. And I don't even know if that's a real band. All right, once we get that surface wax on this part and we got that all buffed off, we're going to layer transfer right back down and try to line it up as best we can with where it was before. Now, I'm not going to wash it first. I probably should, but I'm not going to. Don't stick to my table. I will use my belly to stop you from doing that. All right, let me see if I can get it lined up down here. Because if I can get it lined up down here, then it should line up pretty well right on that s'more. Right there. New Kids on the Block was my first ever concert. My first ever concert. My stepsister's mother took us to see New Kids on the Block. Our word for tonight is s'more. S-M-O-R-E. All right, you guys, here we go. We've got it all lined up now. We're going to grab a couple colors out here that I think are going to look fantastic with this transfer. Oh! And so we're going to do I'm going to do something a little bit different, you guys, because I like to do things different. So for my marshmallow here, I'm going to mix the color. And I'm going to mix the color because I think that the brown, our bark, might just be a bit darker than what I want it to be. So we're going to grab some of our bark paste. And I'm going to take quite a bit of it because I'm also going to do the words "the more the merrier" with that same bark. Okay, so bark paste. No, it just SMORE. No apostrophe on there, because if you do I don't know, I just thought it would be easier without it. And apparently it's not. All right, so we're going to do bark, and we're going to mix that with some camel and see what we get here. And apparently my camel is a little bit thicker than I want it to be. But bark and camel together to see if we can get a brown that's more of a chocolate brown, you guys. You love the boy bands? I went to see NSYNC, but I didn't see them in concert. I got to see them at the Harmony House, which was a music place, and they were signing autographs. And somewhere I've got a video of Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC saying to my mother, "Thanks for coming, Mrs. Hyde." And he was just the nicest. And I think that, you guys, I'm sure that Justin Timberlake is a nice guy, but I think he was just having a bad day that day because he didn't seem to be very friendly. I'm mixing chocolate with peanut butter. It looks that way, doesn't it? But I think that this is a great chocolate brown color and a little bit lighter than just going with plain old bark, okay? All right, so we're going to grab out a squeegee here. And we're going to start getting our colors done. And this is going to be super, super easy and simple. Did look like I was mixing peanut butter and jelly. I'm going to use a small squeegee today for this part. All right, so we're going to put this right over top of the s'more that we colored in. And it might mix a little bit with that white. I'm okay with that if it's not like a perfect. And then we're going to do the same color for the words. The s'more, the merrier. Darn it. Keeps going off there. The s'more. The merrier. And as soon as I get this on here, we're going to immediately do what we call the paste and pull method, okay? Meaning that we're going to pull this part up so that it doesn't start to dry in the silk screen. And I mixed way more than I needed. But I think these colors that we're picking tonight are going to be perfect together. All right, let's pull this up, and then we can always lay it back down if we missed any spots. But, hello, s'more. Now, a little bit of the white that I painted did pull up, but I can always come back through and I can redo that. You guys, look at how awesome that looks. I love the colors. And that to me looks like, that looks like chocolate brown. That looks like chocolate brown. All right, we're going to lay this back down, you guys. We're going to do the rest of it real quick. All right, so you guys. Oh, Tracy, I get it, girl. Go right ahead, and we'll talk soon, okay? So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about my trip. I'm going to start with the start. My trip down to Kentucky for Camp Chuck. So I drove. I did not fly. It was a 6-hour drive straight through, and I did not drive straight through. No way. I stopped and I shopped a little bit. It ended up taking me 7.5 hours. All right, you guys, the next color that we're going to do here is going to be papaya. Papaya is an orange, and it's a really pretty orange that goes great with this brown that we just mixed up, okay? And I'm going to do that. Oh, this is tacky. Hopefully this works. So I leave my house at 11 o'clock. No, I left my house at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I got down there at about 4:30. But once I got into Kentucky, y'all, I realized that the roads in Kentucky, or at least once you get on I-71 in Kentucky, their exits are nowhere near as close to each other as what they are in Michigan or throughout everything else on my drive, okay? I got onto that expressway, and the first couple exits were like busy city exits, lots of traffic, and I knew that I only had a quarter of a tank, or I knew that I had a quarter of a tank of gas, but I was like, I really don't want to get off the expressway in this busy section, right? This busy place, because I felt like it was going to take me just forever to get back on, and I was already that close, like, 45 minutes away from where I needed to be after a 6-hour drive, or into a 6-hour drive. And I just wanted to get there and didn't want to have to deal with the traffic of like busy town. Okay. All right. Thought I was making a smart move there. Thought a quarter of a tank is plenty of gas to get much further. Well, after I passed those first couple exits, it seemed like my gas gauge started dropping faster than it ever before. And it seemed like the next exit was a good, 25 miles away. It was forever far, you guys. Forever far. Hi, Pam. And so I pulled, I love that. You guys, the colors. I love the papaya. Oh my, with that brown. Oh, look at how beautiful that looks. All right, we're going to lay this back down one more time, and we're going to finish this off with this last bit here, which we're going to do in Currant Jam. Now, y'all, I don't use Currant Jam all that often, but I do love this color, and I think it's going to look great with the color choices that we've had so far. So I pull off at this next exit. And I pull up to the pump, and there's no power. Yes, I know that song, Brenda. There's no power. The entire gas station is without power, and I'm going, oh no, I am now down to about 1/8 of a tank, and if the next gas station is another, 25 miles away, I just don't know what's going to happen here. And I didn't have a choice. I'm thinking, oh man, I'm going to end up having to call somebody to come bring me some gas. And I'm going to be stranded if the next gas station is so far away. Oh. And so I kept driving, and I kept driving, and I kept driving, and the next one was only about 10 miles down the road, and I managed to pull over and get gas, but I thought for sure for a second there I was a goner, and I took a chance, and I almost did not win. I almost made a huge mistake by not pulling over faster to get gas in my truck. So that was the start of the trip. On the way home, however, as soon as I got to a half a tank, I pulled over and got gas. Because I was so scared that I was going to end up, I don't know, back in that same situation again. Have you done that too, Missy? Oh, I would have been all over my page going, who lives in Kentucky nearest to this? Please bring me a gallon or two. Oh, who wants to rescue your damsel in distress? I'm stuck. Oh, man. I don't even know what city I was in. I was on 71 and I was heading toward Louisville. That's all I know. That's all I know. And I stopped at a gas station that has a McDonald's in it. And has like a truck stop thing next to it. And that one was without power. All I know. All right, you guys, we've got this one done, and I think it looks amazing. What do you guys think of my color choices? This is the thing about that one on the bottom. Remember that your color is actually going to be the background for all of this stuff, but it was so stressful. You guys, look at that. What do you guys think about the currant jam and papaya together? If anybody knows the step that I'm talking about and knows where I was at, please tell me. It might have been Fort Thomas. You're right about the exits being farther apart. You should have stopped at the Richwood exit just before you got onto I-71. Yep. I should have done that. And now I've lost your comment because it went down. And it won't let me go any farther. Oh my goodness, that's so irritating. I should have stopped sooner for sure, and I didn't. I didn't know any better. And I chanced it. Do you guys love those colors? That currant jam and papaya? Perfect autumn colors. I drove right by you. I thought I was going to be walking to Louisville. Thank you. And now I've got my set that's going to go together, you guys. Now I've got my set that'll go together. So look at this, you guys. Now I've got this right here. I did. I made it, and that was lucky. So now I've got my board, the s'more, the merrier, with our s'more up top there. And then, now you want marshmallows? Here's my marshmallows, you guys. My little marshmallow tin with our fake marshmallows. Look at that, y'all! Yes, I was by myself. Well, Teresa, I thought a quarter of a tank I still had plenty. Especially considering that I started in Flint, Michigan and had driven 5 hours to get down to a quarter of a tank. But then it just started dropping so fast. Put that in my camper. I probably will. You guys, I love how that turned out. I love the colors in there. You guys, make sure you get this one before it sells out because this one's coming. This one's coming and they're going to go together. And you're going to absolutely love it. Love it. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to try to get these mystery bundles ready so that as soon as this The new transfers are going to be available to the public on July 9th. Pam, I made this shirt that I've got on. I made it. The marshmallows right here were made with air-dried clay and brown puffy paint. Brown puffy paint. The last quarter does go the fastest, for sure. For sure. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I will be back again tomorrow. To all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. We love you guys for what you do and what you sacrifice to your families. And we'll see you guys back here again tomorrow. If you'd please come back and join me. Love you guys all so much. More to the story about Kentucky coming up tomorrow as well. I've got lots to tell, but I'm going to give it to you a little bit at a time. So come back for more details tomorrow. You guys are fantastic. Love you all so much. And we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.